I want you to notice that we are commanded to put on the whole armor of God for protection before we enter into warfare on our knees in prayer. We must enter into warfare, beloved. We dare not sit back any longer as the Church of Jesus Christ in hopelessness and unbelief and allow the devil to destroy this land. We have weapons. And the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. There is no stronghold the devil has that we cannot pull down through prayer. That the only army America has that can save this country from what the devil wants to do to this country is the army of God on its knees in prayer. The only fear I have for this land is that the church of God won't get on its knees in time. War is war, beloved. It's not something for one night when the church decides let's do something. War is when you get down until the battle's won. The strongholds of the devil will crumble when the people of God get right with God and storm heaven in prayer. God has a holy obligation if we do that, and He's waiting for it, beloved. I will therefore that men pray everywhere, lifting up holy hands. There's always a condition for God answering prayer, beloved. Holy hands. Where do we become like the world to win the world? When did the church decide to do that? You cannot win the world by being like the world. The world will win you the day you start that. That's all that will happen. All that will happen is the world will win you. The world will sit comfortably in your church and be comfortable in their sins. They won't come to repentance. And tragically, you'll find the heart of the church will be in the world when it gets to that state. You could enjoy the worst form of anything if you allowed yourself to be conditioned. God knows how to break down the strongholds of the devil even in the house of God. And they're there. Don't wait for the politicians to become righteous. It's the church. I don't blame the politicians. I blame the church for what state your country's in. You should be on your knees and you should be in war. And you could undo anything the devil's done, but you're listening more to the television news than you are on your knees. You're sitting there watching in hopelessness and unbelief and criticizing the government. And it's our fault. It's my people God's waiting for. I'll tell you something. Wait for politicians to deal with the problem, and you won't have a country left. And further field, you won't have a world left just now, Christians. You better get to war with the weapons God's given you. While you have a moment left to do it, you'd better do it, and God will honor you. Your history is in your hands, Christians. And this Bible tells me that. God is waiting. God is seeking. God is longing.